I don't think I understand trans femininity in a way that I relate to a lot of it. Like, I am absolutely trans femme. I still lean on the they more than the she if I had to really get into my pronouns a little bit. But that's because like I just kind of wanted to exit the binary completely, ideally with tits. But yeah.
I love that. Exit the binary with tits.
With tits. Absolutely.
And that's perfect. And that's how I feel as well, actually.
Right. Incredible.
Should we start the podcast with gangbangs?
I mean, I feel like it can only go downhill from there.
I have an insane story
about a
gangbang?
About kind of a gangbang. A tangential gangbang.
Okay, tell me.
Where basically I got reached out to by a friend of a friend who connected us knows that I'm poly and is like, this person is poly and they're really struggling with it and they need someone to like talk them through it. Right. And then it's this person who basically tells me that his girlfriend likes to get gangbanged. Great. And which I love for her. Yeah. But also like lies to him about it. Yeah. And I'm like, that's not poly.
No.
That's cheating.
Yeah. But like cheating on steroids.
I know.
Cheating as a kink? Cheating as a kink ?
That's great. But I just thought that was so funny because I was just like, I don't know. It's great.
But that's not poly though.
Right. I know. And that's the thing with poly is that like it could be done so terribly, fast.
It often is.
and 99 million% of the time that's what it is. Yes. And then like you have the 1% of people that are poly that are like, and not to say that I'm like amazing I'm so amazing,
no,
but
it's just amazing
I'm so perfect.
Great.
But it's just like it comes from a place of being secure in a relationship versus being insecure.
Very that.
Totally. And that's the only way it works.
Do you know the relationship anarchy scale? Have you heard of this?
Tell me. Yeah, go for it.
I learned about it a week ago.
Okay.
So you're an expert.
I'm an expert. But there's two different things. There's the relationship anarchy scale, which is apparently very simple, and it's 1 to 5, and it's basically like how like monogamous normie to like complete anarchist
like
you
a Kinsey scale.
Kind of. Okay. Or like for how chaotic you are with your
relationship.
How anarchical you are.
Yeah, that's a crazy word to use for like.
But it's actually that's less popular and more of like a sort of theory. But relationship anarchy is apparently normally measured by something that's the technical term is a smorgasbord. You can actually pull up a sheet of paper that has like 10 different categories that all are interlinked in like weird, not super connected ways. And that is how using that smorgasbord is how you measure your relationship anarchy level.
Wow.
And I did not even fall remotely on it. I like order in my relationships.
Okay.
Yeah, smorgasbord.
So do you identify as monogamous?
No, okay. I don't. But I'm not anarchical. I don't want chaos.
I don't want chaos.
Right.
I am my relationships have hierarchies, which I think is a difference between relationship anarchy and, to my understanding, and like any other kind of like dating or loving or anything is like my relationships absolutely have hierarchies. I like a primary partner if I'm partnered and not single, and I love being single. Let's be very clear. And I can only give my heart to one person at a time, but I can give my body responsibly with consent, obviously, to multiple people at a time. So I'm E&M, but not poly.
Okay.
For me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. What about you, Maddie? Everybody put their poly status. Where are you on the poly scale?
Just with my boyfriend. Cool. We are on the couch. We are getting high. I'm watching him play his one video game over and over. Great. And that's my sexuality. Watching him play his one game over and over.
Does he really only play the one game?
Yes.
What game?
Daisy.
Huh?
It's like a zombie apocalypse game.
No, I didn't mean
I'm not expecting you to know what it is.
Tell me about Daisy.
I can't believe I'm talking about Daisy now. Like, it's just his one zombie apocalypse game where he's always. But okay, so it's like he's playing this video game, but he's always like, yeah, my pants are ripped, so I'm looking for like new cool pants. So like in a way, it's kind of just like the Kardashian game.
Just the Sims.
Like it's just like about the fashion. He's like, oh, I need like this ghillie suit to like camouflage, but also look cool. And it's like you're surviving the zombie apocalypse, but also looking for like better jackets.
Yeah,
is the only way I can like describe
also
this
paying
game.
A ton of money for it.
Well, I don't know.
I feel like there's so many.
I have no idea. I hope
anyway,
not.
Welcome to Yenta, everybody. The podcast that's sometimes about comedy, sometimes about Judaism, and always about gossip. Today on the podcast, we have the amazing, the wonderful actor, writer, producer, all the things, Misha Osherovich.
Yeah, good work. Yeah.
Yes. And guest co-host, everybody. Wow, the amazing, the wonderful Maddie Schmidt. Thank you so much for filling in for Antonia. We're sad that she's not here because she has a full concussion.
Oh.
And
I didn't know that. Oh my God.
She got it by walking into a pole outside of my building. Sorry for outing you
What
like
if
that,
I
Antonia.
literally like...
It's so funny.
What if I show up to guest host and I get the same concussion from the same pole?
Yeah, it's actually just me hitting people in the head.
Has anybody sent Antonia the French glasses ad where she walks into a pole? There's like I'll send it to you after.
Okay.
Yeah, like she literally like there's a French glasses brand that like shows people walking into poles if you don't buy their glasses.
That's great.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Yeah.
We love you, Antonia, and feel better soon. And
Feel
thank you so
better.
much for being here, Misha.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, well, I think we should start with how I got to know you, because this is a fun little background.
Go for it.
Which is that I didn't really know who you were, and then do you know Zachary Spiegel?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Casting human, right?
Yes, he's a casting human, and he's working with me on a show that I'm developing, Shopping Around.
Great.
And he put you on a casting list.
Oh, work.
For a character on my show.
Right.
And I was like, who is this person? She looks amazing. It's wonderful. And then I saw you in She's the He, South by Southwest.
Yeah.
And then I just felt like, I was just seeing you a lot. And I was like, this is so cool that I'm seeing you around, and I wanted to get to know you.
That's me.
And thank you for being here.
No, thank you for having me.
And tell me about She's the He.
Oh my God. Okay. She's the He. It's a trans-led casting crew. We have a fully queer and 90% trans casting crew it's basically like Some Like It Hot, but 2025 and in high school. So it's just a bunch of really like comedic trans antics.
Yeah.
And it's like a whole like gender swap, like romp comedy with like a Bottoms-esque ending with a lot of blood, weirdly. And it was super fun to work on. Yeah.
And I want to watch it. Can you get us like a Vimeo?
I can.
How do we?
Don't watch. I can send you a link.
Yeah!
But yeah, I'll send you a link.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sick.
That's worth bringing you on just for that.
Oh, good. I'm glad. But no, it's my first. It's my first role as a trans femme. Like
That's so exciting.
I did the whole acting thing as a like gay Twinkie bop guy.
Yeah.
And then I had my couple like AMAB non-binary like who am I, what am I situations. But no, this is in this movie, the main character, my character Ethan, comes out as trans femme throughout the movie, but like I got to act that out on screen, which was amazing and also awful.
Yeah.
Because I was like in boy drag for the first half of the movie, and I was like, oh right, this is actually terrible sometimes. But it's my first trans femme role.
I mean, that's kind of like wasn't that like Amanda Bynes' downfall in She's the Man? Like she had such terrible
Sorry, are you predicting that I'll be Amanda Bynes?
No.
I mean, she's amazing.
Only in the good ways. No. We love her, but
Much
like
love to Amanda Bynes.
just I think in a similar way, like having to do like she just like couldn't look in a mirror, and she had such terrible.
Did she say that? Like,
yeah,
she
like hated the way she looked as a boy, or
Gender
the way they like made her up.
dysphoria, dude.
Yeah. So it's like
yeah.
I think that like ruined.
To be
her
fair, they did
experience
make
in
her
the
look like a shitty boy.
I mean, yeah.
They made her
they
look.
did a bad job.
Well, I think they made her look a bit like a fuck boy, like like a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Oh,
It was a bad
we can
wig.
curse on your podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No cussing.
On the Yenta pod. It's actually a religious podcast.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
all our listeners are devout Catholics.
Good.
Catholics,
Good.
not even Jews.
Oh my God. But no, yeah, it was wild to be in boy drag, and like you don't really think about it because transitioning is on the whole like even when it goes fast, it's slow. So like it's a relatively slow and gradual process for the most part. But to like look, I mean, a lot of the feedback that we got, like even on like Letterboxd, was like, what was the comment? It was like, I'm sorry, are we supposed to believe that oh God, no, I want to get the quote right. I'm sorry, are we supposed to believe that this diva with the face framing and the sweater paws is a boy? And I'm like, yeah. So we did our best to make me look very boy. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but it did make me feel fucking weird.
Yeah.
Because it was like
can
going back
imagine.
in time like 3 years. So
Was it
Wow.
was it healing at all to like act that? Or
To be so for real, the acting was kind of neither here nor there for me.
Okay.
The whole thing was a bit of a blur. It was a very stressful summer. It was a very intense gig because we were all like blood, sweat, and tearsing this indie movie.
Yeah, with no budget.
No budget.
Yeah.
Just like 2 pennies in a dream, literally. So I didn't think much of it at the time, to be so for real, other than it was an amazing experience. Even when it was hard to be on set, it was all trans and queer people on set. So when I was crying about being a boy on camera, it was 2 trans costumers that were comforting me, you know?
That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But no, it was a very wholesome but honestly quick experience.
Yeah.
And then we got to South by. And like, it you know, chills, but like it really is one of those things where it's such a sweet, such a silly trans movie. And to just get this like enormous amount of feedback that like with all of its silliness, it meant so much to so many people. I was like, crap, dude, like this is a movie.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to go with it to more festivals, but like it kind of really did spawn like the next chapter of my career. Like I'm working on a slate of exclusively queer features and scripts from now on. Like, and you know, obviously that might change in the future, but like I have a new, honestly, like hope, like renewed hope for like queer filmmaking.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because like this shit happened.
Yeah, queer indie filmmaking. Because I feel like with this TV series that we're shopping around, it's like everyone's like queer. No, nobody wants to make queer shit anymore. No. Big streamers, like big companies want
like, do
to
that.
like. Yeah, they're like, we're done with DEI. We're done with the like niche diversity kind of shows where like that used to be all you saw. You know what I mean? There's like there's so many of them.
And now like I mean there's a lot of fear, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean like I really like, I don't like that we're being pushed back into like indie filmmaking, both TV and film. But like I do like that, like, you know, even like what is it, like Mark Duplass is like, you know, co-signing the whole like the indie pilot vibe and like make your indie pilots, make your indie TV shows. Like I like that it's a bit of power to the people right now because it's either, I don't know, Lord of the Rings on Amazon or it's, you know, other shows. I like that we're especially in the era of indie filmmaking, and I wish there was more money for everybody, obviously. And I'm really excited to see what this admittedly very hard time in U.S. history does for queer art making. It might be difficult, but I think it's going to yield some really cool results.
I feel like that's always how it's been. Like, just the hardest times politically always yield the
really
most
cool
incredible art and commentary. And, you know, it sucks that, you know, we always need something terrible to comment
more
on.
Trump.
More Trump, better art.
More art. That's what everybody says. Let's just have him do 10 terms.
Oh, God. I know he'd want to.
Okay, another fun fact is that you went to college with Antonia's, not film school, with Antonia's husband.
Wait,
Artem.
What?
Artem Yabanov.
Oh, wait. He was like...
Yatsanov.
Yeah.
Shout out Artem.
Didn't he graduate... Like, I think he graduated as I was coming in as a freshman.
Okay.
That feels right. He came back and did a talk or something.
Did he?
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, shout out
Montclair State University.
Montclair State University.
Because
New Jersey?
Yeah, in Jersey.
Hell yeah.
I'm not a Jersey girl.
Okay.
But I went to Montclair State because I had no money to go to college, and they gave me a lot of scholarship.
That's great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we were talking about like I don't know if you know this, Misha.
Tell me.
We've gone so viral from this podcast on trans Jewish names.
Great.
And Misha never came up as like an amazing trans Jewish name.
It's an
trans
amazing
non-binary Jewish
It
name.
can be anything.
And I love that. Like, so we got like Laser, we got like Ariel, we got Noah.
Great.
But Misha is such an amazing name.
I mean, I feel very lucky that I didn't have to or want to change my name.
Yeah.
Like my mom, always Russian Jewish mom, always wanted a child to call Misha. Obviously she thought that would be a son. But like she had like 3 kids before me, and like finally got the opportunity to name a kid Misha. She did it.
Why couldn't she before?
Well, okay, so she had
Feels like that was her choice.
No. She both my parents have like first marriages, and they had their kids in those marriages. So Lev or Lyova, he was born in Russia with my dad. And And then Efim was born in Israel with my mom. And she wanted to call Efim Misha, but she was in a really shitty, abusive marriage in Israel, like abject poverty after fleeing Russia.
Wow.
And it's like the grandmother of the like husband demanded that like the patriarchal grandfather name be passed down to the son, and so she didn't get to call him Misha. And then she had my sister Dina, and she's like, okay, I guess I'm never having a child to call Misha, and then got accidentally pregnant with me.
Perfect.
Yeah. And had me. But I love my name. Yeah.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
And tell us about like the Russian Jewish experience.
Oh God. I mean,
today and then also like growing up. I'm so curious.
No. I mean, like I don't know. I was raised probably more Russian than Jewish.
Okay.
In that like my parents are both like from the Soviet Union. Like both fled Russia. Like right as like Jews were being allowed to like leave Russia. So I grew up in a very strict household, which for both queerness and artisticness wasn't great. But my family and I are amazing now, thank God. But no, I mean, my parents both have like, I didn't grow up religious. I didn't grow up religious literally at all. In fact, my parents are both pretty adamant atheists. Oh, yeah. Like I remember coming home one day and like, sorry, Mom and Dad, if you're listening to this, but like, I was like, I was like kindergarten and I wanted to be friends with this girl. And my parents looked at me in the car and they were like, Misha, that's fine. She seems like an amazing girl. Just remember, they're Christian, that family. And, religion is usually for the weak. And I'm like, yeah.
Religion is for the loser.
Literally, like
good luck with life.
Good luck with life. Hardcore Russian parents.
Yeah.
Both scientists, that kind of thing. But we had all the major Jewish holidays and traditions still in place. So we celebrated all the holidays simply by like sitting down at the table and having like a historical discussion about them.
Wow.
Or like, when there's like a story holiday involved, like if it's like with Passover. Passover. Like we tell the stories because it's important to my parents to keep the people alive, our history, our culture. But that's what it was. We're culturally Jewish, very much so, but not religious at all. That was my experience.
That's like my family. I went to a secular Hebrew school, which sounds like an oxymoron.
Yeah. They were like, this isn't real.
They're but here's the fun stuff. Here's like the stories.
Yeah. I kind of think that's the best kind of Judaism.
Totally.
Is like removing God, no offense, removing God from it.
No offense,
and I
God.
love you if you love God, and I love you.
I actually saw it as like you talking to God. No offense,
no offense,
God.
God. Like, please, God, like, don't take this personally.
Don't take it personally.
But like, you're not real. But no offense. No, I don't mean. It's just more like when you bring God into it, then you get judgment and shame and like. You're bad if you're not doing it, more than just like, oh, you're doing it because it brings some kind of culture, meaning, something into your life in this difficult, confusing, scary world.
I mean, it's a lens, right?
Yeah.
Like I was having this conversation with another queer shocker about astrology. Yeah. Like it's I love
equivalent.
Astrology.
Yeah.
But it is just another lens. It's another lens to look at life through. And I feel like it's what I was saying before we started the podcast. Like in LA, my theory is that it's not that everybody, for example, in LA is super fake. That a lot of people in LA tend to be very lost. And I think that in the world right now, especially, things are really fucking hard for a lot of people, especially queer people, especially young people. So to have a lens to look at life through, whether it's astrology or religion or, just a history of a culture or anything. Yeah. It gives you direction a little bit.
Comforting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it gives you direction? Judaism?
Honestly, more meaning than direction.
Yeah.
I've had those moments, especially as the world has gotten harder, especially when I look at the intersection of transness and Judaism, where we have our transcestors, we have our trans folks that came well before us, and then we have our Jewish history. And there is something heart swelling. There is something like a little teary-eyed and like pride making about coming from a people that have gone through so fucking much, that are often very misunderstood, and that on the whole are very hardworking, and they work hard to establish a place in the world. So I do get those like teary-eyed moments when I think about like being a Jew and being queer, and especially being at the intersection of it. Like, yeah, I'm quite proud all of the turmoil in the world, you know, put aside because I'm only me, right?
Yeah.
But like to come from a history of people that have worked very hard to establish a place in a world that's often been very unforgiving to them, both Jews and queers. Yeah, I'm quite proud, I'd say. So it gives me quite a bit of meaning, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. And I feel really, really similarly. And it breaks my heart sometimes when it feels like those two things that give me so much joy and meaning feel like they're at odds with each other.
Sometimes,
to some people,
yeah.
you know, especially to Orthodox Jews, which is like where I grew up. It's like, oh no, those are opposites.
Yeah, that's fucking hard.
But it's really cool to hear you kind of talk about that.
Well, I mean, I think that it's parallels, right?
Yeah.
Like with queerness and Judaism.
I want to make more queer trans stories. Queer Jewish trans stories.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about is Transparent.
Sure.
Which is
so good.
So good. Oh, what do you think about it?
No. Just such good art.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's things that came out after the fact.
But at the time, man.
No, I mean, it spoke to family, didn't it?
Yes.
Like those like juicy, like kind of like sweaty family dynamics, which it's very Jewish as well.
I love that description.
The sweat, especially.
So
sweaty
The sweat.
family dynamic. And then you kind of also talked about like what online you talked about like conversion therapy and that your experience with that. Did that overlap with faith at all, or was that
not so much faith? That was really like the anti-queer sentiments that my parents grew up with in Russia. And like, you know, like I was a teen addict, and so like just lots of fucking drugs, dude. And you know, it's at the now we realize, oh, that was dysphoria. I couldn't know. I had no idea. But no, I went to those like, you know, Utah boot camp, like Paris Hilton went to like one of those like type camps.
But they were more for substance abuse than like conversion.
They were for all of the above.
Okay.
They were the catch-all. Your teen is bad. Your teen is at risk. Let us fix your teen.
Were you like kidnapped in the middle of the night?
Yeah,
I thought you read the story.
Oh my god!
They talked about it.
Wait, I didn't read that. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
It's
Did you see that documentary on Netflix?
The Paris Hilton one or the Netflix one?
The Netflix one
I
about
did,
like all the different.
Well, and I just wrote on a Netflix show for Mae Martin. That's
oh my god!
I love
Mae Martin.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah.
Mae rocks.
But what's the show?
It's called Wayward.
Okay, it's a new show that they're making.
New show comes out this year. Absolutely not allowed to say when. I almost just ate my words. I'm so sorry. But it's the whole premise is based on these these schools that I went to that where all these like bad kids are sent away to. And actually I wrote my own show, which was much more like down the middle of the road, Euphoria, very first TV show.
Yeah.
Sort of like, I'm angsty, put it on the page.
Yeah.
And I wrote that show, got it with the studio, and was shopping it around. It didn't end up going anywhere, but Netflix was like, sorry, we can't buy this. We already have this show. And I'm like, oh, what do you mean? And it turns out it was Mae's show. And Mae had a much more genre, juicy, cult thriller, murdery way into it, which
cool.
admittedly was better. And I was like, okay, staff me. And they did.
Bro,
that rocks.
That's so
That
cool.
rocks.
Yeah, and it was honestly the best possible version of that experience. Like I got to see Mae work, I got to see our co-showrunner Ryan work, and like we had not one dud in the room. Everybody was so smart and came from such cool TV backgrounds, and I got to learn so much without being a stressed out first time TV writer and also first time co-showrunner and also potentially star. Like I would have, I think jumped out a window. No, it was the perfect ending to that story. So yeah, that show comes out this year.
That's cool.
I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to use that too, because I've heard that like, oh, we have something similar.
Oh yeah. If
in
they
works.
mean it and you find out what it is, ask them to
staff me, bro.
That's genius. And that's how you know you really belonged like working for that show, because you literally came in with a similar concept. That's like serendipity.
It was also just very vindicating, you know, like it's these programs really, they do ruin lives. Like they're very predatory. They make, like they pitch it to the parents, like give us your $150,000 and we'll fix your teen. My parents didn't have $150,000. Like I really, my parents' tax bracket lowered because they sent their kid away to fix their kid.
But they also were immigrants. Like they didn't know what was going on. They believed,
they believed the system.
Yeah.
But
and how was their journey with that? Like
we So they cut you off from your whole family. So we didn't talk for my entire high school career.
Wow.
And then I got myself into college, and I like re-entered the world, which was bizarre. Like Nicki Minaj existed all of a sudden. It was like, it wasn't just like little thing. Like, and anyway, I just distinctly remember like Nicki's done a lot since I've been in rehab.
Oh my God.
But I don't know. We didn't talk for a lot of college too. It was very limited. And then as I was out in the world trying to become an actor in New York, that's when my parents and I just started talking, and they came to see me in my first like big like off-Broadway show, and just like seeing me live a full life, which is not something that they tangibly had seen before, is what reconnected us. And that was very cool that I got to show them like on a silver platter, like I'm an adult, I'm doing things, I'm making money, I'm making art, like respect me ?
Wow.
And they do.
Did they didn't attribute that at all to your high school experience, right? Where they're like, oh, this program like really did fix her.
No, they didn't.
That's good.
They were like,
oh shit, it worked.
Of us.
No.
We helped
Yeah, I feel like my parents would have taken
I was like, it took me a
complete
second
credit
to
for that.
see where you were going with that.
No, they absolutely
You
did
know
not
what I mean?
credit this program with anything. No.
Wow.
Okay, good.
And if anything, it was actually during the pandemic that I started writing like my version of this story. Like, is this going to be a book? Is it going to be a pilot? And I asked my mom for like any records that she had of like my time in these Utah programs, and she's like, I kept every single email, and it was going through my mom's emails with this like just terribly abusive Utah program, and like reading it back, both of us with hindsight, even she was like, this is messed up.
Wow.
Because like they would have like an email like, Misha's doing great, like she's like, or, not obviously using my old pronouns, but like she's like doing arts and crafts or some shit. I'm like, Mom, I was in the desert with a 60-pound pack on my back, and somebody had just broken their ankle, and we were told to continue walking. They lied to you. Yeah. So it was very...
That is not arts and crafts.
No.
Listen, and I know arts and crafts.
Yeah, you're
and
a
that is
crafty
not
No, that is the plot of
arts
Holes.
and crafts.
Yeah.
That's a plot of Holes.
Oh my God. But
Oh,
yeah.
I was getting like Holocaust flashbacks.
A little
I'm
bit.
like, that's
God.
so...
Yeah, a little
Not that
bit.
I was in the Holocaust.
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm like, wait, hang on.
Just
Like,
How
like,
long have you been alive?
I sometimes I feel like I've seen so many Holocaust movies and read so many books that I was in it. Is it just me?
no, yeah, I have a lot of dreams.
So
about
many
that,
dreams.
and
I've had so many
yeah.
Holocaust dreams.
It really does like live in my
In
my
your
consciousness.
bones.
Also, because
Yeah.
my Omi was like a refugee. She was never like in a camp, but
Okay.
I think about her a lot, and I think about that
Yeah.
time and like what she. Yeah.
No,
escaped.
everybody in my immediate family, fought in one of either World War I or World War II. My grandfather lost his arm in World War II. All living in Russia at the time. But I do know what you mean, that this is actually what May's show is a lot about too, but like generational trauma is a real thing.
Oh my God, totally.
And like you can go like the science route, which is important. I think you pass down like behaviors and like family structures, but like I don't know, dude, we're spiritual beings. Like it does not fucking matter what religion or what like ilk of like thought you come from. Like we are spiritual beings, and like if like your ancestors were in pain, like a lot of pain, yeah, that's gonna affect you.
Yeah, it's gonna affect you, and sometimes, sadly, it can perpetuate this cycle of violence and just cause you to, cause more pain for others.
Yeah, or yourself,
Or
more
yourself.
pain to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I definitely took
It's
that
really
route. Just
sad.
lots of self-inflicted pain.
Yeah.
But
How was it like? I can imagine like needing to forgive your parents.
that was hard.
Yeah.
That was hard, but also like we had time, like I had all of the Utah programs, all of my high school experience to not talk to them.
Yeah.
I had all of college to not talk to them. So we were going on almost a decade before I like reconnected with them. And you know what? It was, I just think I got the experience earlier than most people get of like my parents became humans. They became fallible humans that make mistakes. Sending me away was one of those mistakes that we as a family have collectively agreed was, just a mistake. But they're also so hardworking, and they're, again, both immigrants. So like they've worked for every dollar that they have. And a huge chunk of those dollars went to sending me to these programs. So we had this like tangible loss that we were all grieving together as a family. That was like the retirement fund,
Wow.
So also why I have to get famous and buy them a house. I will do it.
Oh, that's so sweet.
No, really,
like
though.
you sent me to conversion camp and now I'm buying you a house.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That's
I'm
like
trans and I'm buying you a house.
that's the most I don't know, like fucked up, heartwarming story I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's absolutely the tagline of my biopic.
Yeah.
Fucked up and heartwarming.
Yeah.
But
That's really special.
yeah.
Okay, should we get to secrets?
Let's do it.
Misha has big Yenta prepared.
Oh my God, I'm ready.
Look at your face, you're so excited.
Because I was thinking about it on the way over here. It was a bit of a light bulb. It's a podcast related secret.
Okay.
I have gotten more and more into podcasts as I've gotten to be an adult.
Yeah.
And I have two secrets and they're kind of related. I've always been sort of judgy about like relationship-y podcasts, like Dan Savage type stuff, like love and relationships and sex. And I was like, I don't need any of that. And I've even had exes like recommend them to me. And I'm like, shut up. And I started slowly listening to them more and more. And before I know it, like I opened my Spotify the other day and it is just full of like love, relationships, queerness, and sex podcasts. And I'm like, okay, so I'm now that girl.
Yeah.
Fine.
Can you name drop any of the pods? Is it like
The Just Break Up pod.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely Just Break Up.
Yeah.
Dan Savage sometimes, but I feel like Dan Savage is often like relationships for beginners, but it's relationships for beginners who are also 42. And I'm like, this is not me. But definitely the Just Break Up pod. There's a lot of like, I'll like just find like random episodes about poly stuff or E&M stuff or like sex and kink and all those things. And like, before I know it, like I'm deep into it. So that's kind of like secret number 1-ish. But then I broke it off recently with cis normie dude bro.
Who?
No.
That's not the secret. That's the real secret.
No.
Do we know him?
No, you don't. No. Not who. No.
Okay.
No.
I'm not saying anything.
You don't know who we know.
Yeah,
that's
we
true.
might know him.
No,
But per our discussions
Do
before,
you have a type?
I don't.
Okay.
Thank God that I'm truly pansexual. Like
Amazing.
and that got really opened up with hormones. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very pansexual. The one thing I'll say is like, and this is like, I'm a doll. Like as much as I'm like, I don't feel like a doll a lot of the time, but I'm a doll.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of amazing like love affairs sort of things with dolls, like a little tryst. But on the whole, my pansexuality is like super even, except for it takes a certain kind of doll for me to really go for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it might be just like a too close to home thing, maybe.
What do you mean?
Like
you don't want to see yourself?
Well, I'm a fucking weird trans girl. Like I was kind of talking about that earlier. Like the amount of makeup I even have on now, it's the most I like to wear. I'm usually like in some version of this outfit. Like
I love it.
I mean, and I do too.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Very
genuinely
natural beauty.
Thank you. But no, I don't think I understand trans femininity in a way that I relate to a lot of it. Like I am absolutely trans femme. I still lean on the they more than the she if I had to really get into my pronouns a little bit. But that's because like I just kind of wanted to exit the binary completely, ideally with tits, but exit the binary. But yeah.
I love that. Exit the binary with tits.
With tits. Absolutely.
And that's perfect. And that's how I feel as well, actually.
Incredible. No,
Exit the yeah.
but they're great. They're great. But no, I'm a weird trans girl, and that's not like self-proclaimed in like a proud way. Like I'm still figuring it out. And I think my transition is always going to be on the slower side. And I think that a lot of dolls that I'm finding, especially, here in LA or just in like, the cities that I tend to visit, like I was in Austin for South by Southwest. I go to New York quite a bit. Like I know and see a lot of trans femmes that are like barreling toward femininity, barreling towards binary femininity. And like that's amazing. And like for a lot of them, it's life-saving, you know? It's not for me. Like the slow figuring it out journey is very important to me. So, getting like into like love affairs and like sexy affairs with dolls is interesting for me because we are all so different. And I'm definitely on the outside of like, doll culture as it were.
But I think, and this is my humble experience.
Yes.
I think like even as the queer community, like even in this like fluid non-binary space, we are so attacked by binaries that like we still feel this need to like be one way or the other. And you see that even with like gay or lesbian relationships. It'll be like one's the mask one and one's the femme one.
Yeah.
Like not always obviously,
No.
but we still like feel this need to be in a role.
You fall into it.
And it's really hard to, it's like we're fighting against an ocean of patriarchy, heteronormativity, whatever it is.
Always.
It's like we're always swimming against that current. And it's amazing if you want it, and also like to be outside that binary is the hardest.
It is. Like I shit you not, I told them I would steal this, so if you're listening to this, I'm stealing it. But I had a lover recently who's very outside the binary, and they were like, I started my sort of like non-binary version of a transition. Some hormones here, some presentation there.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to experience life outside the binary, and they basically described it as like, if you have those like standard like Spy Kids 3D glasses, like one blue, one red, that. And it creates an image when you look out into the world. That is what people inside the binary see. They have a blue, they have a red, they're looking at the world, and it seems 3D to them. But once you actually exit the binary, that's like putting on an Oculus. Everything is super crisp, it's HD, it's all full color, and you can turn 360 and really see the world in all of its detail. And they said that, I'm like, first of all, again, I'm stealing that. Second of all, I agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. My thought processes are just, they're both more complex because I'm smart, not really. But they go easier. My anger washes off of me like water. My emotions come in and out of me with more ease.
Yeah.
My reasoning about what I want out of life I'm not chasing like either a man to save me or a career to give me meaning. Like these are all elements of my life that I can place around this lovely thing that is like the actual Misha that I want to build, not the masked dude twink bro that I was way back in the day.
Right.
Not some sort of hyper idealized version of femininity that, and if that's your thing, amazing. But like, it's not for me. I'm very outside of it all. So yeah, I do agree with the Oculus statement, as it were.
You seem like such a grounded, thoughtful person for an actor.
Like actors.
Gonna come off as so obnoxious, but like actually just a really emotionally like authentic, intelligent.
Well, I mean, isn't that kind of what is that what it takes to be an actor? I don't act.
Not
I don't really know. But like, you have to be so in touch with your emotions in order to call them up. Do you find a connection?
I do. I think that there's a very different kind of performing that's going on today. And I think that it's often closer to influencing or modeling or play acting. And I'm guilty of it too. I turn in auditions where I'm like, Misha, you were just focused on your lip liner. Like, let's so for real.
But people cast based on that.
They do. Well, so, they do.
Mouth acting, big thing. So many people
mouth
are just
acting.
like
mouth acting.
Mouth acting.
It's oh god, I'm trying to think of an example. I mean, Florence Pugh is fucking incredible.
Oh yeah, Florence Pugh.
I'm thinking about her frown though.
Oh yeah, and oh my god, Elizabeth Moss.
Yes.
Her grimace
the
from The
grimace.
Handmaid's Tale. The grimace.
She's good.
But no, I mean, it's thank you and thank you. And I was not always this way. Absolutely not. I was a messy early on queer. Not so much a messy gay boy. I feel like that's such a strict lane. And I was, Hell's Kitchen, New York gay. But I had a really rough time getting into transition. And like, I had a fuck ton of health problems. Like, I had emergency gut surgery, and it completely like fucked everything. And like, it fucked my meaning about my body. I have this big scar. What does that mean for me?
Yeah.
And so my self-worth just went down the toilet. And I think I actually have seen the lowest of the low when it comes to, and I'm pretty open about that, but like, I've seen the lowest of the low when it comes to what having no self-worth does to a person. And it means that you're ping-ponging around the world desperately searching for meaning, and it almost never goes well. And to be very honest, I think I ran out of steam to live that high energy of a life. So I do my therapy, I read a fuck ton of books, I write more than I act now.
Wow.
I love acting. It's amazing. I can't wait to continue to do it, especially as I embody my femininity more. but I'm sane because of writing. I act because there's money in it for me right now, and because I love the craft. I'm sane because I write. Absolutely. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
But I don't act. I mean, not that I don't act, but
I have a hard time believing you
writing,
and I'm not writing
writing
enough.
has real, and I need to write more.
I need to write more.
We
But
all
also,
do. We all do.
exactly
We
the
all do.
same. And most importantly, I'm insane. Yeah. No, that's beautiful though.
That is really cool. Okay, wait. Was that your
I'm jealous.
secret?
No. My secret.
I keep interrupting you.
My secret was that my first secret is that like even though I give off black hat energy, I'm absolutely listening to like a advice column about romance, like if I'm walking around. But I had an ex recommend me like I think it was a Just Break Up pod, like as we were like, like really like prying apart from each other. And I was like, I don't need your advice. I don't need a podcaster. Just shut the fuck up. And I found myself unironically not remembering that an ex did this to me. I broke it off with a very sort of normie cis dude bro recently. Just like took him out of the rotation. And he was having a bit of a hard time with it. And I was like, hey, like, why don't you like listen to this pod? I really like it. It's called Just Break Up. I sent that text. I pressed send. And I was like, okay. So it's all come full circle.
Yeah.
So it's not so much a secret.
You've become the thing that you hate.
Exactly. And
I
also
am
now,
become
and also now,
podcaster.
I understand it now.
Yeah.
Like I do. It's it gives me listening to these podcasts gives me like a bird's eye view of why humans do what they do. And sometimes an argument or a point of tension with a lover, a romantic partner, like a serious life partner, anything. I'm realizing now that being able to zoom out and see like, oh, humans do this. It's never about the dishes. It's always about like meaning or power or something. And humans do this. Here's a podcast where you can listen to like 15 other couples talk about why they do this tense fighting shit. And I'm realizing why this ex did it for me, not to me, back in the day.
I thought you said the sex.
No.
I realized why the sex
No.
did it for me. I was like, yes.
No, but sex is never about sex. It's about power and control. Oscar Wilde.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, the fights are never about the dishes. The fights are always about something else.
For sure.
Yeah.
But no, I absolutely delivered this cis dude bro like I was like, why don't you listen?
Text.
A breakup text.
A broy
and
breakup text.
and I was like, why don't you listen to this very informative podcast?
Yeah.
So that's my secret is that I guess I'm a romance podcast human now.
I feel like that's not a.
I feel like it's very.
Secret, but
it's
I
very.
feel like that's something that you feel like.
I feel shame.
Shame
I
about.
feel shame.
but objectively is not shameful.
No,
But
yeah,
I'm happy
definitely
that
not.
you felt comfortable sharing.
Yeah. Safe
That safe space
Safe
to talk
space.
about. Do you have an example of like a story from the pod that is memorable or that spoke to you?
I do actually. It was it was an age gap episode of I want to say it was Just Break Up. And it was an age gap episode where a girl wrote in, and she was the younger one in the relationship, and she said, "Hey, I'm in an age gap relationship." And I hope I'm getting the podcast right. It's either Dan Savage or Just Break Up, to be honest. But, go look it up in your own time. But it was a girl who wrote in saying she's in an age gap relationship and she felt that her boyfriend was in the wrong for having pursued age gap relationships in the past where the girl was younger than him. But she was younger than her current boyfriend. And she's like, but we met organically. We met, by accident. We met and it was just like so easy and in person and organic. So because he wasn't pursuing it, it's absolutely okay. But I was horrified to learn that his dating profile settings were set to like girls in their early 20s before he met me.
Interesting.
And I was like, but in the reverse, she said.
But we met naturally.
Yeah. And she went for it in the initial letter. She said, and I search for men older than me. And that's fine because. I know. And because
Listener, I made like a crazy face. I made like a scrunched up like, the fuck? Okay. People are so incredible. Like the cognitive dissonance.
Oh,
that
totally.
they'll
The
have.
mental gymnastics people can do. I'm like, y'all should be Olympians.
She
And I have done it too. And I know that I have done it
We've
in
all done
many,
it.
many ways.
But she was like giving the patriarchy a big fat hug and a thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
blowing it a kiss.
But she was
jerking it off.
She was
Give it
making-
stick,
She was
if you
jerking
will.
off the
jerking
patriarchy.
off. She was making a case for the patriarchy.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, girl. And that was the podcaster's responses. They were sort of like, okay, so this is a little hypocritical.
Okay.
And I think you need to examine why you think that women can and maybe should be younger than their male partners, and you're mad that your boyfriend was. It was a lot of mental gymnastics, and it wasn't so much the issue. Like the issue very quickly became boring to me. But it was more like, oh right, if you're a femme in society, you start to, the way you think can get so easily warped. And I've seen that time and time again with appearance, with me and other performers, other femmes in the world that aren't performers. It doesn't matter, but I see femmes get trapped in these like thought cycles that honestly do nothing more than limit their potential. Like that, which, you know, patriarchy, keep women down, obviously.
Yeah.
But anything to like confuse, anger, and sadden women. And a lot of it has to do with just how society works. And it just like sends us into these thought spirals, and we're so busy thinking about, I don't know, bad example, lipstick, that we're not like rising in our careers.
Bro.
Yeah. So.
That's so true. I grew up doing musical theater and kind of convinced myself that I couldn't ever pursue that because I wasn't like pretty enough. And like, that's kind of like the reason that I'm not acting. And I literally at such a young age convinced myself like I don't have the look. I just can't, like, it's not even worth pursuing. So like,
it's not about developing talent or skill or working hard. It's just looks.
Just looks.
I honestly been there, done that. Same. I struggle with those thoughts too, and it's not why writing is more important to me. Like I'm writing about, I mean, you know, it's sort of like a cancel me situation, but like don't, obviously. But but I'm writing about a trans femme in this like sci-fi script that I have that has very little access to almost no gender affirming care. And, you know, it's just part of the story, and I'll leave that up to mystery. But the anger she develops, that she can't access these certain like aesthetic goals, and she can't access the, you know, obviously surgeries that she wants and needs. And I found this like deep well of anger in me writing that, like, oh, our lives are based on pretty privilege and often feminine privilege. And
especially our lives in entertainment.
Yeah.
But to me, both of you have the look, so I don't know what.
I mean, you definitely.
You guys are talking.
That's not even a question.
What you're talking about?
Oh my God! Everybody's very beautiful sitting on these couches.
Yeah.
The listeners, we're all very beautiful.
Very,
okay?
And don't watch.
Yeah, don't watch.
And listen, and don't feel the need to confirm that.
Oh my God, so silly.
I never. Well, first of all, I also I used to steal. This is my secret. I used to steal when I was wearing makeup.
Yeah.
As like when I was like, I have to conform to the patriarchy of what it means to be a woman. But at the same time, I was really angry about it. I was like, I'm stealing makeup.
Yeah.
I am
Honestly?
not giving money to the $1 trillion beauty industry that makes us feel bad because we're not pretty enough, and then forces us to buy makeup to look pretty.
But wait, from where?
From like a CVS.
Okay.
Or a Walgreens, and that's why they lock everything up now.
Yeah.
It's because of a Raye
Because
Schiller.
of me, and I don't feel bad about it.
And just to be clear, I'm asking, it wasn't like a Sephora.
No, but I would.
Cool. Okay, cool. I'm
No,
checking.
but
I'm
like,
checking.
is Sephora much worse? Is that different than a CVS?
Well, no. First, I'm just wondering about the quality of products that you were buying.
Oh, it
or
was
stealing.
bad.
But
The quality was bad. Like
You were stealing Maybelline.
exactly.
No,
yeah.
I probably shouldn't have.
Or
named it.
L'Oreal.
No,
I
you can
don't-
sponsor Maybelline. You can sponsor.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Sponsors my
cared enough to like try to be in the patriarchy, but I also didn't care enough to try hard
sure.
to steal like good makeup.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Laura Mercier was not being stolen.
Sure. Yeah. What is it?
Laura Mercier.
Laura Mercier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Not
steal that
really.
later. I don't. Yeah.
Steal their setting powder. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
setting
Oh my God,
powder.
sponsor
It looks
us?
great.
Question.
Is that what you? Yeah. Is that
Actually,
what
this is
you're
Glossier, I think. But
Oh,
yeah. But like
nice.
all day wear Laura Mercier. I'm an ad. I'm a walking ad.
Damn.
But anyway, I was just curious where you were stealing your shit from.
using? Yeah. And that's.
Are you deeply ashamed of having stolen the makeup?
Do I seem ashamed?
No.
Yeah. No. I'm
No.
not. I'm
I would
actually more proud. It's like a fun,
like prideful secret.
prideful secret. I mean, am I ashamed? No.
It's capitalism, dude. I have a hard time
Right.
being ashamed about that kind of shit.
Yeah, like if I was stealing from like a mom and pop shop,
Makeup
like a
shop.
small business, I would have felt
Mom and
maybe
pop makeup
something. I don't know. Do they have those?
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, I think it was just the kind of like we're existing in the patriarchy, and also we have to like abide by the rules. And that's also how I feel about Botox and filler and makeup. And Botox and filler mostly these days.
It's a whole thing.
Because what do you think about Kris Jenner's face?
Great
by the
transition.
Way? We were talking about it.
I think Kris Jenner went to the same plastic surgeon that Lindsay went to, that Anne Hathaway went to. He's getting very popular. He's in New York. He does good work. I still think we don't have a cure for endometriosis, but I'm glad.
We were talking about that tweet too.
But I'm glad that Kris Jenner has a third face.
Yeah. A third face that looks like her first face.
Her first face.
That looks like her youngest daughter's face.
Oh no, it's the pursuit of beauty will always get more funding than stuff like cancer research and disease research, especially for femmes. Like I was even learning that the science behind trans femininity, like the standard for HRT for trans femmes in the US is actually entirely based on menopause research. So supplemental estrogen and all the other hormones that are involved for menopause are what trans femmes in their 20s and 30s are being prescribed, which is on the whole usually simply not enough estrogen. Like the science is really lacking, and like because there's never enough research around science and healthcare for femmes. Yeah,
I'm surprised there's any research on menopause.
Yeah.
Also, like that was probably like
I thought everyone collectively stopped caring.
No, it's barely there. It's barely there.
They're old women. They're not alive.
I'm sorry. Who were we even talking about?
That was a joke, listener.
That was a joke.
That was a joke to deal with the pain of.
Have you guys seen that old I think it was an Amy Schumer sketch, but it was like Tina Fey,
so
Amy Schumer, and it's like they're celebrating, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and they're celebrating their last fuckable day. They're like, oh yeah, we all turned 40. This is our last fuckable day.
So good. And they're at this picnic, and they're like, welcome. And Amy Schumer's like, why? And they're like, this is how we stop being fuckable. There's nothing left for us anymore.
I think my algorithm here is that I'm just starting to get worried about aging as a femme because I will get served a lot of these videos of like, I remember this girl who was apparently on a plane and behind her was like 3 50-something-year-old women all headed out on vacation, and she wrote down everything that they said, and a lot of it was like, I've had the best sex I've ever had at 50, and that's with 4 men at once. And I'm like,
nice.
Good, amazing. But yeah, shit like that.
Wow.
Maddie, you got a secret for us?
Well, your secret kind of reminded me of one that I have been keeping for a long time.
A little thief,
this is kind of awful. No, this is actually a regret I have about buying something.
Oh.
But basically, I played Elle Woods in a production of Legally Blonde when I was like 17.
Great.
16. 17.
Incredible.
And I bought a pair of Ivanka Trump shoes. And they were pink, and they were just like perfect for the role, and I was like, oh, like so awful. But then I donated more money to like Planned Parenthood. Like I donated more money than I spent on the shoes.
I think that's fine.
Because I felt so bad. I was like, oh God, like ugh.
But I guess doesn't that mean that the shoes were so gaudy that the only place that they really belonged was on stage in a musical about how pink can get?
Yes,
you know?
Exactly.
So like in a way you were just giving Ivanka Trump's shoes the only platform that they potentially ever earned.
Yeah, you were roasting her shoes by wearing them.
It was a statement.
Yeah. It was a statement of like
was this before Trump was in office?
No, it's 2017.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't hear.
Oh, wait, no, you were 17.
Well, yeah, but I was also 20. I was 17. He was in office.
He was in office.
And I'm sorry. And that's part of the secret. And that's part of why it's so awful.
Yeah.
Such a bad person, Maddie.
I know.
Wow.
I actually think that's totally fine.
Oh.
I mean, I don't
okay,
know.
I have to think about a better
would
secret.
Would I ever judge you for buying Ivanka Trump shoes for a Legally Blonde?
But it's not even. It's like also like it's like Ivanka Trump. It's like it was fast. Like I bought them from a mall. We were just.
Well, I'm sorry. Do you think Ivanka Trump is like curating thrifted items?
No. And if she was, maybe I'd buy them.
Do you guys remember though? Like, didn't she have a whole like spree of dressing like the Handmaid's Tale ladies?
Did she?
Oh,
yeah.
I think I saw those.
What? In like bonnets
like
and
the big hats.
They only have one outfit. What do you mean?
No, like Serena.
Like the
wife.
Not
wives.
The handmaids. I was like, why would you want to dress like a handmaid?
Right. Like no, she wants to dress like the woman who rapes the handmaid.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
The tortured wife.
Yes.
Who is also torturing other wives.
Awful.
I mean,
their outfits they were pretty good. I mean, they were like
the shoes.
Oh no!
Oh.
I'm talking like the wives'
Oh,
outfits.
well, yes.
I mean, they were
they're-
like well
they're
tailored.
cunty.
They're cunty.
Yeah, they're
they're
killer.
serving. They're serving
Yeah.
something certainly.
They're serving apocalypse chic.
The wives
Yeah.
are cunty in
Cunty.
Handmaids. Okay. What do you want to plug as we wrap up? Thank you so much for being here.
I absolutely want to plug She's the He again.
Yes!
It's
so excited to see it.
so trans and so silly, and it's a movie that absolutely came together from just a bunch of queer people really desperately wanting to make something like fun and joyful, but also like a huge fuck you statement. Like one of the best reviews we got was like, this is an answer to the hilarious bathroom bans. The trans people made a hilarious movie.
That's great.
Yeah, no, I'm so proud of it. It's we have screenings at multiple film festivals coming up. We have Frameline, we have BFI in London, we have all those. But
are you going to all of them?
I'm going to all of them. Yeah,
That's so
or most
fun.
of them. I'll be in New York for one.
Do they pay for you? How does that work?
Sometimes it depends on if you're like speaking, like South
Okay.
by, like we were like presenting and speaking and
Yeah.
doing a panel, and so like everything was kind of like taken care of.
Good.
Sometimes you're traveling on your own. It depends on the film festival.
That's fair.
But no, I'm plugging that, and like we're trying to figure out where it's gonna land.
Look
So,
at that little
yeah.
teasy
Hell
face.
Yeah.
I hear a shopping agreement. Something.
Oh, things.
It's happening.
Somewhere a shopping agreement is
H-
being emailed.
Yeah.
Somewhere
email back and forth.
HBO is
Redlining a
excited.
contract.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my god. But no, it's the journey has been really rewarding, and it's not over yet, and that's so exciting. So I'm plugging that.
That is. I feel like you're at the best part of the movie too, where you're like kind of done with most of the grueling work,
Yeah, done.
and now you just get to like promo it
Oh god, yeah.
and
It's
like talk about it.
no, like it's exhausting and also fun. Like you
Yeah.
get to play dress up and go on a red carpet and talk
Yeah.
about. But you're talking about a movie you care about. That's the
Yeah.
big difference, right?
Huge,
Like it's a
huge.
fucking trans buddy comedy. Nico Carney's incredible in it.
I love Nico.
Nico's
He's
Nico's
great.
awesome.
Who doesn't love Nico? That's the thing.
Yeah, I've done some shows with him in New York, and his girlfriend is also really cute.
I love her.
Yeah, Maddie. Shout out.
Shout out, Maddie.
That's awesome.
yeah. That's
Okay,
what I'm
Maddie.
plugging.
Not you, Maddie.
it's a different-
You're Maddie, amazing, and also
Different no, yeah.
Maddie, Nico's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Totally.
What are you
But,
plugging?
Yeah. Thanks, Misha.
Yeah. This is my podcast now.
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
plugging?
What am I playing? Nothing.
Oh.
Maddie, you
I
have
don't
shows
know.
and shit.
I have
Plug
shows.
your Instagram.
I have my Instagram. I have a brand of a little upcycled
Wait,
fashion.
you were
brand.
literally saying like somebody cool was like wearing your t-shirt. Like you literally was saying that before we started.
Oh yeah.
What's your
It's-
fashion brand?
It's Mess.
Mess.
Which is just my initials.
Great.
Maddie
MES.
Schmidt. MES.
I love it.
MES
Amazing.
official. That's my
MES official.
Instagram. I kind of take crap and upcycle it into a different crap.
Work.
So.
I'll wear your crap. I only wear t-shirts.
Hell yeah.
Send
Okay,
me things.
Perfect.
And I love
Yeah.
this one, Daytona Bike.
Oh yeah,
Week.
that's a great one.
I mean, I literally I
Hard.
thrifted this yesterday, and there's already a stain on it. I'm figuring this shit out. But yeah, I love big thrifted t-shirts. Again, weird trans femme.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm at Raye Schiller, rayschiller.com/shows for all my shows coming up. And yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, you guys.
Happy Yenta.
Happy Yenta.